Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be here in person with all of you. I want to thank all of our families, our alum, friends of STMC that are at our gala this evening. In particular, for this particular portion of our evening, and it's honoring our Hall of Famers. I want to thank Mike and Chris Rickaby. All the gratitude that we can possibly provide to you is, it really isn't enough for the time, the effort, the energies, the heart and soul that you've put into our school and our community. It started off in a journey when you brought your twins to the school, and it continued long after. It still continues. The gifts of time, talents, and treasures that the two of you have bestowed upon our school and our community are phenomenal. Particularly the relationship that we have with Nancy Yeadon and ongoing through her time and her life, and even in her death, allowing us to be able to continue to do great things for our staff, students, and our community as a result of the work that the two of you have done. Massive gratitude. We hope you have an outstanding evening, and welcome to STMC's Hall of Fame.
Mike and Chris were introduced through Steve Power to STM as they were wanting to enroll their kids at the school in September of 2009. And since then, the family has been the most welcome and wonderful addition to our community. They immediately became involved in our campaign cabinet as we were looking to build our new gymnasium or athletic facility. Chris has been and continues to be active at STMC. She started the Grade 8 Football Mom Club, feeding the Grade 8 football teams, the legacy she created feeding all the football teams before their games. She was active on the Parents Association for many years and helped wherever needed. She became the chair of the Parents Association for many years.
Our parents were very involved when we were around here. My mom, very publicly so, and she was more popular than Mitchell and I were.
For sure.
While we were there.
Mike has served on both the STMC Foundation Board and the STMC Limited Board and continues to support the Limited Board as a committee member of the Development and Community Relations team.
My dad, on the other hand, he was kind of in the shadows of her sometimes, but he was doing a lot of great things. He served on the board for many years. The foundation he was helping out with as well. Probably the student body now doesn't know about a fundraiser. It was called $1 million in 100 days. And my dad was at the forefront of this fundraising. If they didn't raise $1 million in 100 days, we probably wouldn't have the gym that everyone gets to enjoy now.
Yeah.
He brought in a lot of fundraisers to STM. So he's kind of secretly pulling strings for STM, not as publicly as my mom, but doing a great job as well.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to be part of the induction ceremony for Mike and Chris Rickaby. When I found out that they were going to be inducted into the STMC Hall of Fame, my first reaction was, I can't think of two individuals, really, a team of people like the Rickabys who model those servant leadership tenets better than they do. They're everything that a knight can be. They do everything that you could ever dream a leader to do, and they do it in such a genuine way. They do it with their whole heart, and they do it because they believe so much in what we're doing here as a community, as a faith and learning community. They model the way. They challenge the process. When they see that something could be innovated or they see that something could be done better, they have a way of making suggestions that bring other people in. They motivate people to do more. They motivate people to be more. They motivate people to be the best versions of themselves because they model that. It's an absolute honor and it's an absolute privilege to be part of the process of inducting Mike and Chris Rickaby into the St. Thomas More Collegiate Hall of Fame. I'm just honored to have known them. I'm honored to be friends with them. I can't think of two more deserving human beings that should be in the Hall of Fame.
If there was ever a couple that lived the essential elements of a Christian Brothers school, it would be the Rickabys, a true example of servant leadership.